Welcome to Extra Throttle House. I'm Thomas.
And I'm James.
And we have a main channel, which is a place that many of you think this manual Supra should be on, but here it is on Extra Throttle House.
Well, we've had the Supra on the main channel 12 times since in the last 3 years. So the only thing that's changed is the manual and a few extra little things. So we will cover that in depth, and we just, tough.
I think, I don't think it deserved a full feature, I will say, but I think that it deserved a full feature when it should have come out 3 years ago with a manual.
Yes, but now it gets to come in as a top trim, a legendary price.
What's it cost again?
So first of all, you can only get the manual with the 3-litre 6-cylinder. You cannot get it with the 4-cylinder. So
that's too bad because it'd be a fun light little.
It would be fun.
Yeah.
So this is basically, if it's a manual, it's fully spec'd.
Yeah.
And then this also has the A91 package.
Right.
So it's $72,000 Canadian.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Whoa, that's a lot of money.
The A91 stuff, which is like $1,600, give or take, gets you.
Oh, you ready? Here we go.
A red Supra badge on the back.
Bing, bing, bing.
A red strut tower brace in the engine bay. And this new color, which is...
taupe?
No, it's...
I don't actually know what taupe is. I've just been told to say it.
It's just a word. Taupe, yeah. It's more of an eggshell.
Yeah, totally.
Neither of those.
No, it's not.
It is, I'm not joking, the name is capital C, lowercase u, space, later. See you later.
The color is called See You Later?
See you later. It's not see you later grey, or see you later, just see you later. I think... Okay,
what?
Here's my theory.
That's such a strange...
Here's my theory what happened.
Okay.
They were discussing what color it should be.
Yeah.
Someone said it.
Yeah.
And then some other guy said, okay, cool, see you later. And they were like,
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what he wants.
Or someone who was filling in the website and doing the copy was texting their friend at the same time. And their friend got a text that inexplicably said, dusk gray. On the website.
It's not a very aggressive name.
No, it's very strange.
So if it's a bluey grey, it's kind of like, it reminds me a little bit of a darker version of that Kimura grey that we had on the RS3.
Right.
Which you may or may not have seen yet. We'll see. There's no
Were I to say goodbye to a grey, this is the one.
It's just, how would you say that?
No, I would.
Anyway,
see you later.
yes.
It still looks like a Supra. It's always been like a good-looking car if you're into the looks of it.
Yes.
It still has vents that are fake or real, depending on who you ask on what day.
They start as fake.
Yes.
And then they become real. So it comes back to that big question then. For $72,000 Canadian, which is such a significant jump, how good can the addition of a manual be?
Well, let's go drive it and find out.
Okay, you drive it, I've been living with it.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
All right, first impressions. That's the third shift I've done in a manual Supra.
That's exciting.
And okay, so I just drove my M2 this morning.
Okay.
Right? Which is like otherwise the same car. Give or take. The clutch in this is better. The clutch uptake is a little bit more obvious.
Okay.
And the shifter itself is a little bit more positive. It's tighter. This
is very much a BMW shifter rooted into the Toyota. And they've done some changes. They've taken off the sound deadening the material. Yeah, it's still a Supra.
Yeah, spicy little car.
In fact, the guys at Albon did a really great video on the differents of this transmission.
They're usually pretty thorough.
Yeah, so I'll stick a link in that description. But essentially, it's the same transmission as you'd see in an M240i or the M3 or M4. You're taking that real quick in the wet.
Oh, we're good. We got tons of grip.
Yeah, all right. Well, so there's a few updates going on. So first of all, because this is the A91, right?
Yeah.
You get the cognac leather brown that you're seeing in the cabin.
Which is great, except for this.
Yeah, it's a bit aggressive on the wheels.
This is too much. Why is that there?
It's a bit Corvette-y, a bit old man Corvette.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it. Yeah, it's like a C6 Corvette.
You also get an Alcantara shifter.
That's an error.
That's smooth leather on a non-A91.
This is going to be smooth leather after 3 months.
No, I like it.
It's great now.
It's going to be a great 3 months. There's going to be a montage of photos with you and your Alcantara shifter.
And then you have to rewrap it or brush it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit of a touch point. And then what you're probably thinking is that the manual has a huge weight saving over the automatic.
Yeah. Doesn't it?
No, it's a normal amount, 22 pounds.
Oh.
But then it doesn't sound like much.
Do you know how many tacos I ate for lunch?
I was going to say, if I gain 22 pounds though, I look like Kevin from The Office. So, but either way, weight savings or not, compared to the automatic, I think people have done 1/10 slower to 60 in this. So irrelevant. But I think that's it as far as the A91.
Cool. You want to go get lunch?
No, I want to not die. And guess what? It's harder to die in the new A91.
Is it now?
In the new manual Supra, sorry, because they've changed some things. So the diff, they've done some ESC magic where it cuts in a bit earlier.
Okay.
If it thinks you're about to spin out. That's one of the changes. It worked.
We didn't die.
But yeah, the shifter. This is a heavier shifter. It feels to me like an improved BMW
That's
shifter.
exactly what it is. It's just an improved BMW shifter.
Which is good because they needed improving.
See, improving? That's what I heard. So here's the thing. I feel like I've talked about this before, but I don't care that much about shifter feel unless it's like exceptional.
It's the same thing with men.
What?
I can only tell if a guy is very good looking or very ugly.
Oh,
Everything
right.
in between.
No
same
idea.
with the shifter, as long as it's not crap.
Yeah.
Or if it's really good.
Yeah.
This is definitely in the middle sphere though. It's
That's
not
right. It's Adam Driver.
interesting.
Right.
Interesting.
You see, because you hear from girls who are like, "Oh, Adam Driver, he's so good looking." You're like, really? Really?
I've never heard that.
Really? Okay.
I've never heard that, yeah.
It's just my wife then. Okay, so I think that this is otherwise exactly what this car should have been all along.
It feels normal.
Feels right.
It doesn't feel like I almost feel like we've been robbed of it for 3 years.
Yes, exactly.
Not thank you very much for giving it to us.
Yeah, this isn't a thing where I'm like, oh, thank you, BMW, Toyota. that was genuine.
Yeah.
It's just like, what were you doing for the last 3 years? Why didn't I already have
This shouldn't be a novelty.
This shouldn't be a novelty, no. This should have been the base.
So it has rev matching. I've turned it off for sport mode. You can customize what your sport mode does.
That's better than an M2, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, because you need to have the traction fully off.
Fully off, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know what? This is a great little car. Again, my complaint about the Supra has never really been that it didn't have a manual. Obviously, that was a complaint. My complaint has always been that the car itself was always a little bit unpredictable. A little bit too dicey in the corners. The rear's just gone like that. But I mean, if that's the character of the car, that's the character of the car. I don't know how much I can really fault it. So, you know what? I like it. Like, I've always liked the Supra. I just think that for the money, you are better off with an M2, a slightly off-lease
Well, the
used
new M2,
comp or not.
The new M2 won't be that far off this in price at that number.
No.
Starting, but
Yeah.
the Nissan Z is quite a bit cheaper than this.
Yeah, for a good reason. It's worse.
Yes, it is. Only in every measurable way.